Just got my teeth cleaned. Went to the dentist. I really like my dentist. I like my dentist for a lot of reasons. I used to hate going to the dentist. I hated it for a lot of reasons. I don't like, sometimes dental cleanings can be uncomfortable. I don't like the whole process. It's just kind of a pain, literally and figuratively. But the dentist that I have now, first of all, she's literally right down the street from me. It takes about 2 minutes to get to her practice. And the second thing is I love because she practices dentistry the way that I practice veterinary medicine. She doesn't try to upsell you on a ton of things. She doesn't try to do something to you that you do not need. She advocates just common sense things. And if you have a problem, she takes care of it. And it's just nice. It's not... she's successful because she's honest and she's got integrity and she's good at what she does. So I got my husband to go see her, and he likes her as well too, which is saying a lot. So I had a really, really nice conversation with her. But one of the things we talked about was how we're getting ready to do some honey extraction. And today's Thursday. Saturday is the big day. And getting excited for this, really getting excited for this. There's a lot of things that we've been doing lately that have, changing the house around and doing some different things. But this is like one of our biggest days of the year. This is sort of like it harkens back to, my grandparents were farmers as well, but they did beef cattle, they did corn. They had 100 acres, and they used to either lease it out for corn or they would do it themselves. And so there was always this concept of harvesting and with the garden and all these different things. They had a massive garden that they had. And so there's this old, like deep within like harvest excitement. And if you guys actually like farming and like learning about it and doing different things, there's a channel on YouTube that I absolutely love. It's called 10th Generation Dairyman. And it's all about this guy named Eric, who's probably in his mid-20s, I think. And I want to park here. And he is, he basically is a 10th generation dairyman. He partners with his dad on their old family farm in Pennsylvania, and they do dairy cows and corn silage, and it's pretty awesome. I really like it. I gotta go inside here and get some shampoo and conditioner. Yes, I do. I gotta take care of my hair. I remembered what I was going to tell you guys earlier. You see my Stitchy Wall back here? This is my Stitchy Wall. But I don't know if you guys have had this happen to you yet, but I was at, about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. I've been paying a lot of attention to the whole thing about recycling lately, about how where we dump our recycling stuff off in Southeast Asia, they're like, thank you, but no thank you now, and they're sending everything back. And I'm like, well, if we're sending like large cargo things full of recycling stuff over there, and now they're saying no, we're not going to be able to get rid of this stuff. And so honestly, like a month ago at work, I canceled our recycling, and I just said, we're just going to throw everything away. They're not recycling it anyway. And everybody was like, oh, no, you sure that's not, no, we want to recycle. But they were kind of like, yeah, we're kind of hearing that. Well, yesterday I got a notice in the mail from my waste company, and they said that they are no longer going to be doing recycling. And the reason for that basically is it's too expensive. They can't do anything with it. Nobody wants it once it's recycled, so recycling is kind of going away right now until something can be figured out. But I was kind of bummed about that in a way, but we were going to cancel our recycling here at home as well. Yeah, so we're going to have to find out ways to kind of reduce our waste. I'm going to have to figure out how to reduce my... See, I'm addicted to Diet Dr. Pepper. There's a lot of 2-liter bottles. And I used to do SodaStream, and I theoretically could do SodaStream again or something similar to that, but I really want Dr. Pepper. So can I make my own Dr. Pepper at home? Who is it? Keurig? Dr. Pepper? Keurig? Whoever is, they all own the same thing. Get to work on that, guys. Bee extraction equipment is ready to rock and roll. So is Doogie. Notice the steam cleaner right next to the dog. I steam cleaned the entire carpets yesterday when I was home, And I went through and I was like, wow, they have, I mean, not these because we're waiting to do this until after the honey, but I was like, wow, these look great. They've never been cleaner. He comes in after eating and rubs a bunch of junk all over the floor. Anyway, I was like, ah, Doogie. Anyway, he's not all up here. So, I like my steam cleaner. My steam cleaner is awesome. We take the frames out of the boxes, the frames that have the honeycomb on it, filled with honey. We stick one long end of it on this nail. My husband is already so ready. We use this metal comb to basically scrape and open and break open the caps on the comb. And once we've done that on both sides of the frame, we then take the frame over to the electric extractor. I'm so happy it's electric. It holds 4 different frames. So we basically put them in there, shut it up, and then we turn it on. Probably take us about a minute. We'll probably go like about a minute per side. So then you spin it for a minute. The honey all gets whipped out whoosh, to the sides of the extractor, and then gravity brings it down. But then we do it for like a minute, and then we stop it, open it up, and then just turn the frames around. So the outside of the frames now will poof with the honey, and then it all comes down to the bottom where the seal is, and the what do you call it? What's that called? Locky thing, whatever. And then below that is where we will have our food grade plastic buckets with our food grade cheesecloth thingy here to strain it and keep out all the bits of solid particulates like the honeycomb and whatnot. And then we'll collect them in here, and then eventually we will then use our we'll put them in our honey things, on our honey things. But that's what's going to happen on Saturday, hopefully. We get all this stuff squared away. Stitchy Wall. All right, so you guys get to see my tanks, how that looks. But see, we changed the room, and it looks so much nicer now. We put the big painting things back up, and we love them. This tank is going away. That's why it looks so cruddy. It looks very bad. It's got the one... I know you're a little pale, buddy. I know. The dogs ate your food. It's not my fault. The dogs ate your food. I'm going to pick some up. Don't worry about it. Oh, Gucci, goo. Gucci, goo. He would bite me if he could. The Plico's tail is right in there, but we're gonna completely get rid of this tank, move these guys into their own tank. Got the axolotl tank there. That's the smaller one with those two King Kong parrotfish in, and they're moving into their bigger tank. So I'm gonna have these guys in their bigger tank and these guys in their bigger tank with the ability to add more fish and all kinds of new things. Just a much better environment for both of them. And then that's the old aquarium that I pulled this fish out of. I wanted to give, he got about 10 more gallons by getting in this one. I got to drain the water out of that tank and take it down. And then that's my little tank for my betta fish that I had to completely clean yesterday and take care of. So, but that, we're going to need a new spot for both the axolotl tank and that one. So, where's Groot? Groot's over. I don't know if you can see him. Whoa, that looks weird. He'll come out here if I come. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. If he sees my shadow, he's more willing to come out. He's not a big fan of the light, but I like to turn the light on a little bit. At night, I'll put the blue light on for him. But he's being a little shy right now. But he's always inside one of these caves. We're talking about possibly getting a second one at some point, probably after my trip this fall. Looking for another little baby, raising that little baby up to where he's big enough, and then putting him in, either put him in this one, or probably we'll take this one down. We'll probably use this one as a axolotl tank down the road. Gucci, yeah, I don't know if that's because of the stress of changing tanks or what that is. Sometimes they get a little discolored for a little while, but he'll be fine here shortly. But he likes his new tank. He likes having a much bigger space to swim. I can tell. Bailey's pouting. What? Why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me? You don't know, do you? Are you mad cause... Well, you can go back outside again. Do you want to go outside? Do you want to go outside? Do you? Doesn't look like you want to. Do you? Do you want to go outside? You know what I'm saying. I'll open the door for you. Do you want me to open the door for you? Doogie's like, oh wait, that is you wagging your tail. You want to go outside? She's like, don't tease me. Will you go outside? What? It's Topher. Look at him go. What? There's my boy. Topher.